One of the benefits of having headphones is we can rock out to that intro.
You didn't miss much.
Get startled in the action.
Yeah.
I'm up. I'm
That's
ready.
my buddy's band's version of, what's that Queen song?
Fat the bottom of the girls.
I want to ride my bicycle. It's very metally, though. It's awesome. Hey, everybody. It's Full Spectrum Cycling 298 today.
Wow.
Getting closer.
Getting close to 300. And you know what? It still doesn't work with the touching the screen. Stupid. Yeah, so show number 298 today is Tony is in a right here where he's
Bizarro
not
world.
normally sitting.
It is slightly unsettling.
I'm Tony today.
Yeah, we got Brad over there and Corey over there.
Hello.
Those guys are over there, and then Michael, he's in his normal spot. Look at that guy.
Tucked in. Just, yeah.
So
maybe at halftime we'll switch spots.
Do we vote before the next show, or is it on the show day?
Show day.
It's recording day, right? Yeah,
Correct.
so it's Tuesday.
So fucking vote.
So you got the
Please.
shirt. He's telling you what to do, folks. Right there. It says
I'm going to do the opposite then.
opposite guy. Brad's opposite guy.
Don't tell me what to do.
Can I ask you politely? Could you please vote?
Exemption
Okay,
clause.
thanks.
Would you please? So Corey and Brad
Yeah.
and I think these other guys went and saw the RAD 39th anniversary show, right?
It was close to going.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then this was the first year that they had the RAD documentary after the RAD screening. So tell you guys are more into the RAD thing than I am, and if they had their hoodies off, you'd see their shirts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Peelers.
And Brad's is all.
Are those reproductions?
It's all autographed.
Oh, and this is signed.
Yeah.
Autographed by.
Members of RAD.
Right on. So, what does RAD mean to you guys? Because that's like 39 years worth of BMX.
It's the movie that, I mean, I kind of tinkered in it, and then it was like, I got to start building jumps and doing, going balls out. So yeah, it was, me and my friends watched it all the time. My cousins, they had a copy. I had a copy.
So did you buy the VHS at like a bike shop?
I found mine. So I had rented it, and then my dad dubbed it. And then eventually at
so that's like he stole it, right?
At Convention Gold Coast Movies or something like that.
Yeah.
Then I found a sealed copy, like brand new, and bought that. And then I still have that one. And
Is it sealed?
I fucking wish.
I wish it were still sealed. Because Corey is a collector of things and autographs and cards, and so were there, Brad? Were there BMX cards when you were a kid? Did Eddie have a card, or did any of the guys?
I don't really remember those, but
Donruss in '85 came out with a set, and there are featured riders on there, but basically it was like an ad, and so there was like little like team sets where it'd be like, Redline or Hutch. Or and then I think they had like Murray, Skyway. They had
Mongoose.
like Mongoose, and so I have that set. It's pretty cool.
Right on.
But
so like when Murray had a team, I mean that was kind of a shit bike, but I think their team bikes were actually pretty.
None of them rode that.
Yeah,
right. They had stickers on them, like Lance Armstrong rode a Lightspeed.
Right.
Not a whatever he was sponsored by, Trek or whomever at the time. But so they rode somebody's good bike with Murray stickers on it. But
didn't that work with Huffy too on road bikes?
Huffy made a decent bike for some stuff. I don't know who they had make them.
Okay.
But it's like maybe Serrata or something.
There was a Huffy team that I thought did really well a number of years. Not podium, but did really well.
Trying to remember who 7-Eleven was. It was kind of a weird
I think
thing.
they might have had.
It was might have been some. American bike company sponsor.
So Scott Clark rode for Murray back in the day, like when their heyday, like they were huge, man. Their Team Murray.
Yeah,
they had lots of money, and of course, nobody rode those bikes. They rode other bikes with Team Murray stickers on them.
Right.
Makes sense.
But he had a story on this other podcast about
what's that other podcast? You can say the name.
Dirty Knobs podcast.
Dirty
Check
Knobs.
it out. It's awesome.
Just like
Mike Miranda's.
Just like those guys, Dirty Knobs.
It's Mike Miranda's
Right on.
Hollywood Mike Miranda's podcast.
Copy that.
Nice, nice.
But this is a more recent interview with him. Scott Clark wrote for Redline too,
Okay.
and he's in RAD too, actually. But something happened to his bike, so he was at a race, and he actually had to go. He had to race an actual Team Murray like department bike, and he said he tried to leave the kickstand on, and they wouldn't let him. But
That would have been
you know how
fun.
that probably went.
Because that could have been really scary.
That could have
Those
been
were
great.
crap bikes. I had one.
Yeah.
That was my first BMX bike.
I wonder how many kids' first BMX bike was a Murray.
1982.
My
Team Murray.
first photo BMX bike was a Schwinn Stingray. We didn't call them
too.
we didn't call them BMX
Mine had-
back then. We called them
Mine
Dino.
had ram bars, is what we called them back
Oh
then.
God!
Drop bars.
Can you imagine jumping with those
On
things?
a 20-inch wheeled Schwinn Stingray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still have
I
that?
remember I
I wish.
had a
It's
crab
cool
puffy,
bike.
and then I went into a Diamondback
Slide.
which was nice.
Good call.
Yeah. My buddies I'm trying to remember the name of it. Kuahara? Does that sound familiar?
Kuahara.
Oh, duh.
Oh, Kuahara?
No, Jesus. Yeah. Okay.
So yes, it does sound familiar.
It doesn't sound familiar to me, but it looks
Must have
familiar.
just looked at my
trees.
shirt or something.
No. I was just remembering a bunch of my buddies. No, they got into like this, like really like it was like insurance fraud essentially about like faking like they were like people were about each other's bikes
Oh, okay.
and reporting it and getting the cash, but not really stealing it. But then everybody got hip to it.
Yeah.
So they had to take all of the bikes and like figure out what to do and
Throw them into the river somewhere.
the quarry, quarry over by that used to be in Greendale.
So
Like
they
80
they sank deep.
Oh yeah. It was
Those
just,
bikes were crap, dude.
You can go. Let's go magnet fishing there. Maybe we can get them back.
oh, it's it's like a total.
I have an ET
they
bike,
they made a huge subdivision out of it. They like filled in the quarry and it's
Wow.
there.
Think how
there
much
are
it
bikes on
takes
the
to
bottom
fill
of
in
that
a
if they didn't
quarry
like
like
pay
that.
They threw them
attention.
in the quarry?
Yeah, because they freaked out and it was like, oh shit.
I knew a guy who it's a crazy
I was always
story,
impressed by
but
that.
I knew a guy who rented a bike in Amsterdam, and they told him that if you tell me the bike was stolen and you don't have the key,
Right.
you're done. But if you bring me back the key and tell me what happened, well, he got mad and slammed this bike and beat the shit out of it, and then he decided to throw it in a canal. And then he went back with the key, and he's like, I can't find the bike. And
What's
he's
the
like,
moral of this
I'm
story?
guessing, he's like, I'm guessing it was stolen.
touched a nerve.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. So, yeah, basically, he got away with throwing a bike into the canal. We
Right.
should get magnets.
Magnet fishing's a big thing. Lunds wants to go do that, so maybe when he gets one, we can go to the quarry. Or the
Quarry.
quarry's gone, isn't it?
Quarry
It's
is
filled in.
yeah, it's a
I think you want to do those
Quite a
in like
dig,
the
huh?
Milwaukee River.
Magnets
where
work
it's not
well.
very
He
deep.
wants to get back his some iron working tool he dropped in the river when he was working on a bridge. He's like, I'm going to go find it after 20 years.
that's what happened with
That would be a really cool story, though.
I mean, those things have powerful. They're not electromagnets though. So if you have like a 2,500 pound magnet and it latches onto a VW bug, how are you going to get it up? I mean, if it was electromagnet, you could let
pretty
go.
sure
You
you're
know, it'd be
not.
like, but
brush up on some
Yeah, I don't know.
MacGyver. There's got to be something with like some cake mix and
Yeah,
rubber band
has
and
to
some
be.
tinfoil.
Inflatable balloon or something that you can.
all right. So, Brad, how many times do you think you've seen RAD?
Oh, hundreds.
Corey too. So the guy that was sitting next to Lunds and I knew every line, and he was
Oh, yeah, me too.
talking through the whole thing, and I'm like,
I was trying not to do that.
yeah, right.
I really was.
I was actually surprised that, at least in my theater experience, and you guys were at South Shore.
Yeah.
South Shore.
And I
yeah.
was out in Waukesha.
Okay.
But yeah, everybody
How
was
many
like
people were there?
pretty respectful. It had a good amount. It was. I mean, I think I went to that one because there was more availability when I went to buy tickets. This one was pretty full.
I want to say it was like the third highest grossing movie of the week or something. It did very well because
Nice.
it was only showed
great,
for
right.
one day, right?
Yeah,
And so
and it's special.
it's special.
Everybody was pretty quiet at our theater. Last year, everybody was like rocking out.
Yeah,
man.
like a Rocky Horror.
yeah. Do they throw?
Time to throw
It was
toast.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Where's
I like
my
it.
rice?
Was last
So
year?
next year's a big one.
Next
No.
next year's 40.
So I think it's 38 years, right?
40.
I
Allison
thought it
was
came
born
out-
in 86. She's 38.
I thought it came
so
out in 85.
86.
He came out 86.
Okay.
So next year would be 40 then.
43 though will be the that'll be the year
Oh, okay.
for BMX.
So you guys, so the documentary was the first time this year.
Yeah.
I know that you can wait till April 22nd and you can start to view it and download it and all that stuff. It's
Okay.
going to be available on April 22nd. I have a link somewhere about show notes, whatever. What do you guys think of the documentary? Is it?
It seemed pretty outdated, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody was a lot younger than I saw them last. I saw 3 people from that last summer.
Okay.
And they look a
didn't
lot
look like
older.
that.
Yeah,
Right.
when we watched it, I went with Jake Newborn, and we were like, it seemed like that those guys were younger, and then it turns out
way
that
younger.
it was probably around like 2012 or something that it was.
Yeah,
actually
because
filmed,
Hal
and-
Needham died in
Needham died.
2013.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they did some of that after that time with some of the
and
other.
Bill Allen looked a lot younger
Oh,
as
definitely,
well.
definitely.
And so did I guess all those guys.
Yeah.
But I learned a good amount of stuff.
Right.
Like the Mike Miranda scene. I always thought, I was like, well, he got hosed. He's getting these bails like
Got
twice.
$500
But
each
Per
one.
bail.
he was getting like 300 per bail, and so he volunteered to like crash twice, and that's why he got that extra money and had extra falls because he volunteered.
Plus,
to do
he's
that.
very well known for that too, because
Yeah. Okay.
they say
Well,
his name over and
is,
over.
is
Right.
that why he's
Yeah.
Hollywood, just because of that?
No. I guess actually,
he was he from there?
no, he's from California.
So is Hollywood from California.
Yep. From Cal. Yeah.
Well, there's also a
Wait,
Hollywood
what?
in Minneapolis, though. J. Hollywood Henderson's up there in Minneapolis. There is a.
No, supposedly, like you can find this out if you watch the Dirty Knobs podcast, which is Hollywood Mike Miranda's podcast.
All right.
Abs.
Supposedly, like
rip it off like a
back
Band-Aid.
in the day.
Yeah, that's
Quit fucking
painful.
around over there.
So back in the day, I guess when he was first racing, you had to wear a long sleeve shirt to race.
Right, I remember those.
Yeah.
And the
days.
only thing
Well,
his
you don't
dad
want to
had was
scum,
some
you know.
disco shirt. So he was racing in a disco shirt,
Okay.
and everybody was calling him Hollywood. So that just
Okay.
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Happens.
you don't get to call yourself Hollywood. Somebody
No,
else has
hell
to
no.
call you Hollywood.
Right.
So yeah.
Definitely check out Dirty Knobs podcast. It's really good, actually.
The and then the other cool thing. So the guy, I can't remember, and you probably do know. The guy who rides for, does he ride for Coke? Where he's like getting
Jerry.
he's getting his cast signed.
Oh yeah.
Like he had crashed during like the filming, and so
Right.
they just like gave him a part.
Yeah.
Well, that's Rick Malterno.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was a
Hollywood
good
Mike Miranda told him the whoop-de-doos or whatever were all packed down, and they weren't. And he ended up breaking his fucking foot.
Gives it like a Tony break because Tony broke his
That's
foot
Rick
at the old,
Malterno. Yeah.
at Ray's Indoor Mountain Bike Park.
On standard bikes.
That's all.
Oh, really?
Rick Malterno, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Brett, put your beer in your koozie so we can talk about the koozie real quick. I just want to get this out of the way because it's in my notes here.
And
Our
beer.
friend of the show, Mike McAbee, is a musician,
good guy.
and he lives in a small town. I think it's maybe 80 people in Iowa called Franksville or Frankville. One of the two. It's either got an S or it doesn't. I don't know. It's not on the thing.
Frankville.
Oh, it's Frankville. It says right on this thing.
Right on the thing.
So it says Frankville wet. Keep Frankville wet and lit. I just love the logo and the kind of the the design
melty,
of the
melty
thing.
face into a light
Like
fixture.
acid.
So basically, the idea is they have to raise like $1,000 a year to keep the street lights on and to keep the water flowing because they need a new filter system or whatever it is. And so he was doing a fundraiser online, and I saw it. I'm like, I need one of those T-shirts. So I ordered a T-shirt, and then he sent a couple koozies along with the T-shirt. And I'm like, but
Nice.
I like the design because
Is
it's
the T-shirt that logo then?
Yes, exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah, right. So I don't know. If you want to help keep a small town in Iowa going, I don't know if he has any more T-shirts, but I'm sure they'll do it
Iowa's
next
kind of
year.
a bunch of. All right, never mind.
Hit the
Hit
thingy
that.
while we're at the top of the hill there. Oh yeah,
That's enough.
we're. Jeez, Tony.
Be aggressive on the top of the
I'm
hill.
a percussionist. What do you want?
Oh yeah.
Yes, more cowbell apparently.
And that's not a bad cowbell either. That thing's
that really
got,
rings
it's got a
out.
nice tone to it.
What's that?
Sustain.
Again, it's got Schlick cycles on one side and Northpaw on the other. We should get some fatbike.com bells. We got fatbike.com coasters today. Check those out.
I have a Northpaw.
Those are sweet. I still have your Northpaw, your number. Tony has Northpaw number 1. I have your badge. We just have to get it like sized to the head tube just a little bit. Or squished. Yeah, I think it's squished. JK brought 2 days beer from the Dogfish Head craft brewery somewhere out on the East Coast somewhere.
It's like Delaware or something.
Yeah, somewhere out there.
Yeah, Delaware.
It's always. Do you know that they came out with something called the Hop Cannon?
Sure.
They brought their Dogfish Head ale, or their IPAs. They used to offer a filtered connection to their taps, where you could put like 2 pounds of fresh hops in, and then you'd filter the beer straight through from a keg, straight through fresh hops.
Huh.
Yeah, and
I think Ron would let you do that.
Oh, we should talk to Ron about that.
Yeah, they're a funky brewery. I mean,
They are very funky, but that was like wow.
Oh, there's an interloper. Interloper Ken just walked in the back. See, there was an axe murderer coming.
Right? Where's the screen?
Did happen.
I don't have a camera I can shine on you, Ken, but Ken helped paint the wall there in the other room today. That was very nice of Ken. So we can get the other studio going at some point.
sounds exhausting.
And you can all get out of my office here. We may get back to RAD later, but
the beer I brought.
Oh yeah, we were going to get on that, and then Ken interrupted me. So
Grateful Dead.
I didn't interrupt you. I didn't see a thing.
your presence interrupts
Juicy
me.
pale ale.
Do these 6-packs come with a hacky sack?
I know.
Should,
It jumped off.
It's actually
off the shelf.
really easy drinking.
Yeah,
That'd be a good gimmick.
It's
to
pretty good.
hacky sack in every sack.
5.3. Yeah,
5.3, pretty lightweight.
Yeah, a little spendy,
More
but I
pale
got it.
ale-y than IPA.
I got it at the Downer Syndic.
Oh, it's a juicy pale. It's not an IPA. Okay, I get it.
It's tasty. Well, yeah, it's not boozy enough to be an IPA.
right.
It's not like Daddy Noises next door. That's got a way heavier. Yeah, I really like that. That's very bad.
Dad issues.
Daddy.
Well, I recommend you.
Daddy noises.
Daddy issues.
Daddy,
Escalate.
Call me
Daddy Rancher.
Yep. Daddy Ranch.
That is.
You know about Daddy? You
Neither
pour
way.
out-
Oh, is that one
Neither
of your
way were those things
concoctions?
good.
You top that off
with the
yep.
fruit one.
Well, we kind
Kinda
of
like
were
a
messing
Jolly
around with the name.
Rancher?
Exactly. The old one was a Jolly Rancher.
What is it called? A Daddy Rancher?
Daddy Rancher.
Yeah, it's just like a mixology thing.
I'm gonna have to do
All right,
that
this
when we
has
get
to
back.
do with Corey's hoodie, Riverwest 24.
Yeah.
They are taking still bonus checkpoint suggestions, and are you still the bonus checkpoint?
I'm the bonus checkpoint manager.
Manager again this year.
Oh, yep.
So what's the scoop behind the suggesting of the bonus
So
checkpoints?
I decided to scale back from 48 to 36. 48 just became too much for the scoring, too hard for organization, whatever. 36 we can do. And so, but we anticipate we're still going to get 50 to 60 people wanting to do bonuses. So we're giving everybody through registration day, which is the first Sunday of May, which is like the
Fourth, maybe
4th, I think.
something like that.
And then myself and Jeremy Prock are going to do like a drawing to determine who's going to.
So it's not merit based; it's just lottery action.
Yeah, merit's going to be involved somehow.
Okay.
We've got to figure out the production aspect of it. It's not going to be. It's going to be a typical Jeremy type thing. Me and him will put some fun twist onto it.
Right on.
And do a live stream probably through the Riverwest 24 website, or the Facebook page, rather. And and we're just we've got a number of categories: games, art, educational, activist, other,
Sure. And
that kind of thing.
I have a link to it on the Facebook page, so maybe that'll get you there. But if you got another place to go, let me know what the link is, and we'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, if you just go to the Riverwest 24 Facebook page, there's a bunch of things. If you are looking to do a bonus, it's just bonus@riverwest24.com.
All right.
Just send an email, and I'll get back to you probably pretty quickly with the same response that everybody else is getting. The same form response,
Right
basically.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah. So, but it's starting to ramp up. It's March.
For sure.
So.
So that the sign up day is the 4th of May.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the the first Sunday.
4th be with you.
Yeah,
That's the thing at the park and everything.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Over at Wu-Tang
Yep.
Park.
Cool.
right on. Just not long before that, actually, end of April, 18th and 19th is the MMI weekend, Milwaukee Messenger Invitational Weekend.
Oh, cool.
That's going to be fun. I think next week, hopefully, we're going to have Brett and Hunter or Hunter on the show. One, 2, or 3 of those people.
Yep.
Mr. or I don't know if he's coming or not.
Talking about that.
But so the way it's working is Friday night, the 18th, will be the Green Mile and somewhat of a kind of a fun ride. 420 is Easter, so yeah. You
I
can't
know,
totally do it
but
on
you
Easter.
know, it's the.
But it's a 420. It's a green ride. It's pretty
last
green.
Year's 420.
And then the 19th will be the actual Milwaukee Messenger Invitational, and we had a meeting last night. Sunday night. I don't know. Recently.
Sunday
we're
afternoon after the Chili's.
We're actually having another meeting tonight, being Tuesday, not Thursday. After the show, we're meeting over at Amorphic to do a little more assigning of tasks. We just kind of brainstormed some ideas.
What is that?
Sunday.
Is that a race or something?
It's a messenger-oriented race. There's different zones
So
and
you have
there's
to, like,
tasks.
sign,
door or
you have to
what?
go places and get signatures.
Swinging door or what?
I don't know that swinging
okay.
door is on the thing.
Oh, okay.
There's 3 zones, south, east, and west.
Okay.
And then you're getting manifests and you're having to do things. And
Right.
it's like you're a messenger, you're delivering stuff, you're going there, you're doing that, you're getting your thing checked, you're picking something else up. You have to do a task, you have to grab something from there and bring it,
Yeah.
I'm not a messenger, so I don't know the entire, but that's the gist of it. It's
Awesome.
basically what I was explaining.
Cool.
And I'll know more after the show tonight because then we'll know more about who's got to do what. I'm
meetings.
basically working on personally doing the video photography portion and chasing it around, and there's a couple other people. Ken may help. I don't know.
How many
doing
participants are there usually in
Well,
that?
that's a good question because I don't think it's happened since 2018 or 19.
Okay.
So
Could be
in the
free.
past, it was very well attended. People come from Washington,
Shit, they came
D.C.,
from overseas.
Philadelphia, Chicago, Minneapolis, and,
Yeah, there was one guy
So
that
a
came.
few hundred
yeah.
people?
yeah, maybe 100.
Okay.
Yeah, not hundreds, but 100-ish.
Cool.
If 40 or 50 show up for this one because it's kind of the rebooting of it, that would be fun. I mean, locally there's plenty of people too, though. So.
Yeah.
So the pandemic kind of killed
Oh
it
yeah,
then?
for sure.
Yeah.
It didn't do it any good, just like it didn't do anything any good.
Yeah.
Here's something I should probably mention too. You know that fatbike.com thing with the coasters? See those coasters?
That coaster?
That's going again. Seeley, Dave, and I see that. Nice. Seeley, Dave, and I are we're doing a lot of stuff. Things are going on, and one thing that we are doing is putting a group on Facebook that's a subscription thing, so we can hopefully get a few fundages to keep the site going. And the Facebook group is a private thing that will have like Q&A stuff with us and maybe other people that really know what they're doing with the fat bike stuff. So if you want to join that thing and ask questions, it's going to be something a little more focused than what you might normally find. We will have a lot of discounts and offers from our partners who sponsor the site. Product stuff, discounts on that, discounts on fatbike.com merchandise and stuff. Anyway, there's a link in the show notes for that. So
It's like OnlyFans for fat bikes.
yeah, kind of. And
You went there?
Oh, totally went there.
well, and to be fair, it is coming up on beach season. Even though I do not recommend you ride your bike with flip-flops on for the degloving purposes.
Degloving of your foot.
But the beach is not a bad place to ride a bike, and you can have your toes out there. So the toes knows, and maybe you have an
Out there for
OnlyFans
the
toe
toe.
page. I don't
You gotta
know.
have a fat
show.
bike though.
I'm not saying that's a thing, but I'm saying I know somebody that's doing that as a thing.
Can I get on that?
I'm
I have nice
squishing,
toes.
If you have nice
squishing
toes.
cupcakes
I have nice toes.
on
I could probably
fat
do
bike
that.
tires with my bum.
That's it.
Don't want that.
In collaboration with Tom Green.
I don't either.
I have a road bike and like 5 BMX.
I have 8 BMX bikes.
And one of them, how many of them are cruisers?
2 of them.
So, Brad, we should have a picture in the show notes because I finally figured out how to download it so I can put it on there. But it's a Supercross.
That's a 24.
XS 250.
So that is it's a what do they call reissue?
33-year radiversary model.
Radiversary model. Right
So
on.
it's actually a 2021, 22.
Okay.
Because last year when they did it, they didn't make a 24-inch. So
Gotcha.
I wanted a 24-inch.
I like 24-inch. It was a good one. Ray's Indoor Mountain Bike Park here had not only a pump track, which was a blast, but also a pretty decent bowl section, which the cruiser was the perfect bike for sure. And being a skateboarder, not really a BMXer,
Right.
I have no problem riding to the end and dropping in with the bike because I'm used to dropping in on a skateboard. So I'm like, I could do this. I'm not doing the full fly out the bowl thing anymore, but it's cool stuff. Unfortunately, Ray's Milwaukee model is no longer here. It's only in Cleveland, baby.
When did it close?
It closed before the pandemic. I don't remember exactly.
Shortly
when.
after they broke my shit.
They broke Tony's shit all. It was like 2015 when Tony broke his shit all
The
up
one
there.
time I went
So
there,
it was like
or 14 maybe. It was
13.
It was,
I
it
rode
was
for
a
like
long
5
time ago.
minutes and I hurt my back and I couldn't ride
That was it.
anymore.
I never got over there.
Never went there.
That was a lot of fun. There was a lot of good
There's a
stuff.
skate park 7 blocks from my house. Haven't ridden there either.
Is it in?
The Tosa Village skate park.
Yeah.
I hear they're building up.
Right there?
Phase 2.
Yeah, phase
Phase
2.
2 skateboards.
Phase 2 is great. I go and hang out and talk BS with Mark.
Oh, Mark's
I hear they're doing a pump track in Tosa that has been
No, really?
approved for somewhere. I don't know where
Really?
they're putting it, but somewhere over there.
We're
I'll
planning-
have to do a little more
Yeah,
investigating
do
on
some
that.
digging on that
In
for
the
me.
Hoyt.
Yeah.
That would be
In the
awesome.
Hoyt?
The Hoyt area seems like it would
That'd
make
be
the most
awesome.
sense
Probably.
because of that back trail, the quote unquote Baja Trail. It's
That'd be
pretty
a fun
good, but
pump track.
there's always a lot of glass
I've never
back
ridden
there.
a pump
and-
track.
However,
We're planning on hitting up
beer
in
bottles
Austin
are
this summer.
phasing themselves out, so glass is also phasing itself out. But while that phases out, the coyotes phase in. So,
As in actual coyotes.
yeah.
I like coyotes. They walk down my
cool.
street every now and again.
They were here
Yeah.
first.
Well, they're not so friendly towards Beaker. So,
Oh yeah, dogs.
Keep 'em inside.
I don't take I don't take my Shih Tzu down through the river trail so much anymore.
Oh boy!
Wise-
Hey, here's
wise idea.
Here's something not so great about our local neighborhood where the shop is here and the studio. Another stolen e-cargo bike.
Which one now?
It's an orange RAD. It was right by your house,
Oh, yeah?
Dun, dun,
block or two from your house. So we have to put the thing that we got in your concrete and then use it as a decoy
bait.
bait.
You want me to
But
use my fancy ass cargo bike as a
Well,
bait bike?
you'll be locking it with 2 locks that if they get through it, I would give them a lollipop because these things are going to take 20 minutes to get through both of them. And
Give 'em a
if somebody's in your backyard with an angle grinder for 20
There's
minutes,
no way anyone will be in my backyard.
you better be leaning out the window.
Yeah,
with,
right.
I would use a bow from the upper deck. I don't think I'd go with a gun. I just use a bow. If they're going to be right down there, it's only like 15 yards away.
I have a mask in my nunchuck.
Silent.
I'm gonna use a camera
So where was this bike parked?
and call the police.
Where was this bike parked?
Somewhere right on the center and booth area. I don't know the exact spot, but
It's the hot spot.
it's just another one because I think
It's another e-cargo bike?
it's the long orange Rad Power one. It's a nice one. It might look kind of like yours, only
That
orange.
was on Booth?
Booth and whatever. Read
Huh,
read
that
the
one-
thing. It's
all
a
right,
link
I
in the
guess I
show
will.
notes.
I don't know about it.
I thought you're an MKE BKE guy.
That'd be the Facebooks, and fuck that shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah,
I quit Facebook too. It was great. It's
yeah. I wish we could.
been a great few
My
months.
mom's on Facebook.
What
I'm not
with
gonna
the 38,000 Facebook likes for fatbike.com. It's and we just got it back because it was kind of being held in
You're being held captive.
it was being held captive. I don't know. Somehow we got it back. I'm not sure if somebody came to their senses or Facebook finally listened to all the shit I've been sending them. Like, this is mine. I started it in 2000. Mine.
Mine.
We want it back, and we want it under.
Times.
We want it back under our umbrella. So can you make that happen, please? Thank you, and have a nice day. All right.
I look forward to your positive response.
Yes, and somehow we positively responded. I did say thanks, Gomez. I'm not 100% sure that it's because he did it or not, but neither here nor there. We got it back, and I feel good about it.
Hither to yon.
So, Corey and or Brad, we're getting ready to wrap the show up. Anything you want to talk about before we get his yak out of here?
Entertainment, man.
Shut up, you.
Yeah, we didn't ask you.
Brad, if you got
Next
something to
thing you know,
say,
Zito will be
maybe I
here.
can play off of what.
Yeah, I don't know.
might have.
I don't know. I've seen
Beer's
RAD
good.
like hundreds of times. Pretty much the movie that made me want to be a BMX freestyler.
Same. Although you're.
I mean, I was dabbing in BMX like
Yeah.
late 70s, early 80s with my banana seat bike.
Yeah.
You know,
Banana
pretty much the
bike.
first year or so that I could ride a bike, I was jumping it, dude. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And you
Fuck yeah, man.
throw up. Yeah, you find some scrap
and,
wood and just.
Radical Rick and fucking BMX Plus.
Yeah, yeah.
and Stu Thompson and Crazy Harry Leary and all those guys. Yep.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it is. I mean,
My first heroes, dude. Yeah.
it is probably the most influential BMX film of all time.
Oh.
What was okay?
definitely,
So what
man.
was the one which I just watched in here not that long ago because it's on I don't know Netflix or
BMX Bandits.
Yeah.
the one from Australia.
It's basically two. It's BMX Bandits.
It's
I just gave you the
Australia
slit eyes. dude.
Yeah.
with what's her face, the blonde girl that's in it. That's now
Yeah.
Nicole
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 Kidman.
Kidman.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
Isn't
it wasn't.
she Australian
It's
too?
an Australian.
It's an
film,
Australian
actually,
movie. So
And
yeah,
she's Australian, right?
There
She's
is
Australian.
an incredible, like
And then somebody stole my push bike. I want it back.
the closing credits to BMX Bandits is an incredible like new wave song. That
Really?
Yeah, it's
What is it?
I don't know what it's called. I will send you the link, but I should probably just buy it as like a 7-inch. It's like a $40 7-inch or something like that. But it's fucking amazing. It's so good. But it talks about like mongoose bikes and stuff. It's really
nice.
great. Yeah.
yeah. It was interesting in the. I don't know if it was in the documentary. It must have been because they were talking about the two songs in RAD. One of them became popular and one of them didn't. So the dance scene one, I don't think was that the one that
Send me
became
an angel.
Real
Yes.
life, Send Me an Angel's huge.
right? But there was another song that was in the
John
movie.
Baby got back, or not baby got back.
Also popular.
Baby come back.
Come back.
That was originally written by the Equals, who are an incredible band that you should check out.
Any kind of food.
And then, but when 20 Inches of Terror, like our rally was just like Thunder in Your Heart. We were like, every time we're like, Thunder in Your Heart, go,
Dude, that
go,
movie,
go.
it's been in many
And, like,
movies now, dude.
Yeah.
20 Inches
That
of Terror
song.
was
Yeah.
that was a Riverwest 2014,
Kid.
right?
Yeah, we
Turbo
podiumed.
Kid, dude.
Was Bob on the team or was he kicked off the team? or-
Bob was invited on to the first year until he was told he had to wear a helmet, and then he quit. He never made it. He never got to the actual team itself. But he was
okay.
all in until somebody yelled at him that he was going to have to wear a helmet. Because I guess the year one, he was riding and he was just like, "Fuck you! I don't ride a helmet." You know. And then they're like, "Well, then you can't race." And then I guess he would like ride by and he'd just give everybody the finger, and then
Oh yeah.
and he was like, "I'm gonna ride around the trail and throw tacks down and like throw broken glass."
I'm gonna ride
down."
That's Gorgeous Mike, right?
Handsome Bob, you.
Remember?
So Bob,
Going back,
Damn it.
way back in our podcast, or I call him
I'm almost certain at one point I tried to recruit Brad to do it.
Auto race.
20 Inches of
to
Terror.
be part of the 20 Inches of Terror. I
I probably was like, I ride freestyle, dude. I don't
yeah,
ride long.
yeah, that's
distance.
pretty much what you did. Yeah,
and
and I tried to
you know,
get Tim
once
Knoll.
I did do it, I've done it like
Yeah.
a handful of times now over
Yeah.
the years. Every time I'm like, why am I doing this,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah.
I'm hungover as
Yeah,
and I say beep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You could say fuck.
why am I going up this hill, dude? This
Yeah.
hill sucks.
I had.
And
Why
I've
would I
never
do
used
this?
my own bike. I've
Yeah.
never used my own bike for for the
Right.
race. For
Yeah.
the 24.
I tried to get Tim Knoll.
Never had my own bike.
Tim Knoll.
Yeah, no,
And-
Tim Nolan's not one to
He's a
race the
freestyler
laps.
too,
He's a
man.
freestyler
Yeah, I
too,
know.
but I wanted like just like pure like BMX
just
20
in
inch
there,
guys.
like cherry, like,
I want
cherry
him to
picking
take
all the
4 hours to do a lap.
Yeah, because he would do it
You
like
know, he'd be like,
yeah, he'd do it like on one wheel, like
"Oh, it'd be great."
doing like cherry picks.
The first year,
like cherry pick the whole way.
the first year,
bar
Tell
spins
zing,
and
zing, zing.
riding backwards.
So we do a lap or two like now every year.
Yeah.
And I have a 82 Kuhara ET bike. Allison rides it.
Cool.
And I have an ET that's about this big. She puts it in a basket. That's like
great.
our new tradition.
That's
She
great.
Puts it
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
basket.
Yep.
That's super fun.
so-
I still want to build. I have the frame that would match like the Crew Jones bike, and at one point I had all like basically the factory
I have
parts,
that bike.
and I scratched everything out, and when I like built it up, so I still have the frame, but at one point it'd be awesome to like rebuild that bike,
Oh, hell yeah.
and just like have that. But I don't
What
know what I
year
would
is
do
it?
with it. It's an '85, which I would
Oh, hell
imagine
yeah,
that
dude.
that's when the
Hey,
filming
man.
happened.
Crew was poor.
Rad.
dude.
Yeah.
He didn't have an 86.
No.
Yeah, but Eddie
He
did.
probably had an 84, 85.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a good story about that. So last year when we went to the Buckeye show, we did a ride out with Eddie Fiola and Mike Miranda, and Allison rode my RAD bike, and Eddie Fiola and Mike Miranda were so stoked on that bike, dude.
Yeah, you think they were stoked on the bike?
The original.
Nice.
There was
they
it
were
out.
riding
Not the rider so much.
The original is at the bike museum in Pittsburgh. The guy was like, when he saw me like freaking out about it, he actually let me like go up and like sit on it and like
Oh my god.
and whatever. Because he was like, normally people don't do this, but you're pretty stoked, and I can tell that you're
See what
not
I can
gonna
do?
ruin it.
Amateur. I put mine on silent.
Right on.
Did you fart?
No,
Should have farted on a seat.
Season.
So,
Piss 'em off. Yeah.
Brad, are you putting up your BMX stuff you're doing like when you're doing weekend freestyle stuff? Are you doing that on Facebook or are you just
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah.
right on?
Blue sky.
What's
Don't ask me what that is right now because
No, send it to me though. We'll put it in the
you
show
have,
notes.
you have a YouTube video or a
Oh,
YouTube
yeah.
channel rather.
380 followers or subscribers
Cool.
or
Well,
whatever. the
Right
hell
on.
it's
Well, let's
called.
get you some more.
Count
damn
me
it.
for one more.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Yeah,
Good.
You can watch my then you can add me
I'll
on your
send you
baseball
one of my
card.
videos.
My
when we-
baseball
when I
card
get home.
channel with like 150 subscribers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might already subscribe to you. I don't know.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks, Brad and Corey,
Thanks for having us.
and of
Great
course,
to be back.
J.K.
Brad.
and Tony. You guys are welcome back anytime.
Belch.
Yeah, I'll be back in
Someone fucking belched.
We'll
spring
talk-
or
Smells
summer.
terrible.
Yeah, we'll talk a little
when we get
before.
close to the 24.
Let's talk before the 24.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We're going to get out of here now. Thank you. Bye.
Vote.